Hi, I'm Kristen Amdahl. In today's video, I want to show you how to make a really simple garland for your Christmas tree. I'm going to use bulky weight yarn and an end crochet hook, and it's going to be a chain with little delicate flowers worked along the chain, no sewing whatsoever. You're going to crochet it in one piece and hang it on the tree right afterwards. Let's get started. This might be one of the easiest things you'll ever learn how to crochet. The sample that you see in the photo is done on super bulky yarn and the really big crochet hook, the 9mm. I'm now going to use worsted weight yarn and an H8 crochet hook, which is 5mm, which is standard for a worsted weight yarn. Please forgive my alien fingers. I have just finished hand dyeing some yarn that if you're interested will be in my Etsy shop. But anyways, we're going to tie a knot around the hook. You can do a slip knot. I prefer to do a tied knot. And we're going to chain 10. Seriously, this is going to be one of the easiest things you'll ever crochet. We're only doing chain and slip stitch. So we're going to chain 5 more now. And we're going to slip stitch into the 5th chain from the hook. You don't count the loop on your hooks. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to slip stitch into it. And we're going to chain 5, slip stitch into the same chain, chain 5, slip stitch into the same chain, and chain 5, and slip stitch into the same chain. There's the repeat for our pattern. All you're going to do is repeat this now. So we're going to chain 15, which counts as our chain 10, plus chain 5, and what I mean by that is that this is our chain 10 and the first flower petal is the chain 5. So we chain 15, we're going to slip stitch into the 5th chain from our hook, chain 5, slip stitch into the 5th chain from our hook, chain 5, slip stitch into the 5th chain from our hook. We're going to do that for a total of 4 times. Whoops, I did that wrong. What I meant to say was work it into the same one. See, even I make mistakes. There we go. And then we're going to chain 15 again. I think it's interesting to show you how simply and innocently you can make a mistake. I mean, that was almost exactly what I was supposed to do, but switching one thing. And that's one of the hardest things to learn when you're learning a new craft, is just making those minor adjustments of things that you interpret incorrectly, and they can turn your whole world around. All right, so we chain 15. We're going to slip stitch into the 5th chain from our hook, chain 5, slip stitch into that same chain, chain 5, slip stitch into that same chain. Now that I showed you that particular mistake, hopefully that'll mean you don't have to do it. That's the beauty of sharing your mistakes sometimes too. Often you can help other people by sharing your mistakes. Not always, but once in a while. Sometimes we have to make our own. Okay, chain 15, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now obviously this makes super cute garland for the Christmas tree, but I would imagine that you could make a cute little frilly necklace for a girl, for a Christmas present for a little girl. I think if you found some novelty or beaded or sequin yarn, you could make a little necklace or scarf for even an adult woman. I think that there are some really cute applications you could do with this. even for an edging on curtains, or maybe even the bottom edge of a shawl. You could pick up and work from this. I think there's lots of things you could do with it. But for me, I'm going to do the Christmas tree garland. And I already have the one up, and as soon as I finish this one, I'm going to throw it up on the tree too. So hopefully you do the same or find some other awesome way to use it. And if you do, please send me pictures. I'd love to see what you do with this beautiful, simple garland.